Hey VC, it's George again. It's been a couple weeks since my last video, but I've been out buying a lot of records. This might be a long video. I might have to split it up. I don't know yet. I'm just going to get started with some CDs real quick. High Fidelity soundtrack. Great soundtrack. Backbeat. Awesome soundtrack. Early Beatles stuff. Covers from their Germany days or whatever. You know, Greg Dooley, Don Fleming, Dave Grohl, Mike Mills, Thurston Moore, Dave Perner. Produced by Don Was. Great soundtrack. So I Married an Axe Murderer. I got Born in USA by Bruce Springsteen. Vagabond Heart by Rod Stewart. Great CD. This is my first here. I've never owned actually any Jeff Beck, but I got Jeff Beck's Wired on Epic, and wow, that is a great CD. I'm really, you know, I'm starting to take a lot of tips from watching the videos. You know, certain bands people will talk about, and I've heard a lot. You know, I've never really been a big blues guy. Not that I didn't like the music, I just never owned any of it. So, you know, that's crazy good though. I absolutely love it. Stevie Ray Vaughan, In Step, you know, great album. I have listened to Stevie Ray Vaughan. I just never have had a lot of blues in my repertoire, so I haven't had an opportunity to listen to a lot, you know, some of the stuff that y'all have, or even jazz. You know, I don't have a lot of jazz either, so. I'm going to start working on that once I get my collection built up pretty good. Then I'm going to start working on certain things like blues and jazz. Right now I'm just mainly focusing on, you know, metal, rock, and a lot of country too. So I'll go ahead and start with the vinyl. It's not in any particular order. A lot of this stuff is dollar stuff that I just lucked into. And I'll tell you if it's not a buck, but also, I've got a few things that I bought the Mr. and Mrs. for their son collection. One of them I've already shown on here, so Jim and the Mrs. I've got another album for you, though. Just let me know if you already have it, or if it's something that you're interested in. I picked it up for you. It wasn't that much, but it's sealed, and it's pretty cool, and it's one that I haven't seen before, so I thought maybe you'd like it. But I'll just start. This was a buck. ZZ Top, Eliminator. Great album from the 80s. I got a 3-song EP from Dream Warriors, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 with Dokken. Doing Dream Warriors, Back for the Attack, and Paris is Burning. Beautiful, beautiful. Still in the Shrink. Candlelight Music, Prowley's Prince, Golden Memories of the Platters. Just a great collection. I've got a lot of platters right now. But I like the way that was put together, so I got it. I mean, it was a buck. This was a buck. The Ventures Y50. Nice album cover. Whitney's Mama, Thelma Houston on the Tamla label. Mint, sealed. It was sealed. I opened it up though and listened to it. It's great record. All of her stuff is great. I mean, for a buck, you can't go wrong. This was not $1. I gave about $6 for this, but I've been looking for this record for a long time, and it's in fairly decent shape. It's got some ring wear, but not much. But the vinyl's beautiful. It's Zager and Evans 2525. Just a great album. I'm so proud to have that in my collection, as well with this one, Donald Fagen, The Nightfly. Great album. I had it once before. I don't know what happened to it, but I've been listening to that for a couple days. It's a great record. I got some Bob Seger here. Live Bullet and Night Moves, you know, 2 of his best albums. Sorry, that's my little girl. I got Scorpions, Love at First Sting. Great record. Rock You Like a Hurricane. Of course, that's the first cover, too. Psychedelic Furs, Mirror Movie. Not their best album, but pretty good album. This is another one from a recommendation. I think American Music Pickers had talked about this, and I had seen it before, but I finally decided, you know, next time I see that album, I'm going to get it. And it was the next time I saw it, right after I saw the video. So, what a killer album. If you do not have this album, don't be like me. Don't wait as long as I did. This album is absolutely killer. Just pick it up, listen, you will not be disappointed. Nazareth, Hair of the Dog. Great album. Gotta love Love Hurts. Sly and the Family Stones, Greatest Hits. Gatefold. Love this album. The Missus had never heard of Sly and the Family Stones, so now she's no longer a Sly virgin, and she absolutely loves it. And who wouldn't? Bryan Adams, Reckless. Great album. Heaven, Summer of '69. You know, just, you never can go wrong with Bryan Adams. Another favorite of Misty's, my wife. She loves Bryan Adams, so. This next girl, I'd never heard of her, but she's beautiful, and these were 50 cents or $1 or something like that, so I picked them up. One of them's got a bunch of stuff. Jackson Browne wrote a few of the songs. Andrew Gold wrote a few of the songs. Leon Russell. So I was like, I mean, you know, she's got to have something to get all those songs, all that talent on her album. But Nicolette Larson, Radioland, and All Dressed Up, No Place to Go. Two very good albums. This one being better, of course. But if you can find them, pick them up. I don't think you'd be disappointed. Rare Earth, Get Ready, on the Motown Rare Earth label. I love this album. That was $1, and it's in great shape. Perfect, really. I mean, the cover's a little beat up, but the vinyl is great. It's Mint Leonard Skinner, one I did not have. I didn't know that it was ever released on album, but I got it. It's a late 90s compilation, actually. Skinner's Innards Greatest Hits. There's another album I got off a recommendation, Luna Sea by Firefall. Wow. I'm going to have to go out and get all their albums now because I think they're great. So, BC, once again, I want to thank you for all the information that you've given me, opening my mind up. I love this new family that I have. I love chatting back and forth with Mr. and Mrs. and everybody else. I love reading all your comments. So please check out my videos, leave comments. I'll leave one back. But thank you for all the inspiration and all the new ideas. I mean, I'm hearing new music every day and I love it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Got a couple Charlie Daniels, couple country here. Charlie Daniels, Decade of Hits, and Charlie Daniels, Simple Man. Two really, really great albums. And here's a little Holy Grail. The next couple are actually Holy Grails for me. The country group Alabama, before they got really big, they had an album released on Alabama Records, and they were actually called Wild Country. That was the name of the band. Well, Shelby Singleton off Plantation Records and Sun fame released that original album as Alabama and named the album Wild Country, and he released it on Plantation Records. So, you know, I finally found that. It's about a $60 to $100 record, and I got a really good price on it, and it's beautiful. So that's very awesome for me. And here's another Holy Grail. I love Two Live Crew. This is banned in the USA, and it comes with the original poster. I'll talk about this in a minute, just to get a little opinion out there. What I really love about this album, I love Two Live Crew, and I love their inventiveness and, you know, what they did with the nursery rhymes and stuff. I always thought that was funny and cool. But more so, they went out there and they did what they wanted, kind of like Lady Gaga or Madonna, and they were persecuted. And all they did was they put their album out there. They didn't force anybody to buy it. They didn't force anybody to buy concert tickets. Yet they were arrested and persecuted, treated like criminals. And here's the deal. If you don't like what's coming out of their mouth, if you don't like the booty shaking of the girls that are on stage in their live concerts, then don't buy their album and don't buy their tickets. It's that simple. If you don't like thrash metal or black metal or anything that's satanic, let's say, don't buy it. But that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be allowed to make it. Maybe I don't like it, but they still have every right to make it. I served my country for 4 years, and I will fight to the death for everybody's freedom of speech and liberties. That's something that should never be taken away from us. And the minute it starts being taken away from us, we should all fight back. So that's all I'm going to go there. I'm not going to go any further, but I'll get back to the records. Steppenwolf's 16 Greatest Hits on Dunhill. Still in the Shrink. Beautiful record. I got that for $2. And absolutely love it. Got this for $1. And it's like brand new. Ricky Nelson, tribute to Ricky Nelson at his best. Mint vinyl records. And the cover is mint. I can't believe it was $1. It was awesome find. As well as this. Retrospective, The Best of Buffalo Springfield. Great album. This is a later reissue with the Gray Atco label there. But still a great album. A little relation to kind of like The Firm to Led Zeppelin. This is Robert Plant's little project, The Honey Drippers, The Sea of Love. Great rockabilly album. If you like rockabilly, if you like Robert Plant, you know, you got to have that album. Phil Collins, Face Value. Great album. Of course, In the Air Tonight is on that. One of my favorite albums right here, Donovan's Greatest Hits. You can never go wrong with Donovan. Hurdy-Gurdy Man, one of the greatest songs of the 60s. I mean, Season of the Witch, Sunshine Superman, Mellow Yellow. You cannot go wrong with this album. And it's a great gatefold, too. It's got a little booklet in there. I mean, really nice gatefold album. And I'll do that later. Finally got Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. I think that's the third cover. It's not the black on black or, of course, the other cover. Kiss Double Platinum. Great condition. I got that for about $3 or $4. Mint copy of Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. First pressing on MCA, of course. Mint pressing. I don't usually use the word mint, but I just fell into a really nice collection and got this stuff really cheap. $3 for Billy Joe's Greatest Hits Volume 1 and 2. All of his good stuff. Another mint copy. The Immaculate Collection by Madonna. What a great package this was. This is one of my new favorite albums. I mean, I've always loved Madonna, but the artwork of the inner sleeves, all the way down to the gatefold. I mean, it was just beautiful album. Very happy to get that. Very, very happy to get that. So was my wife, though. She's a big Madonna fan, so she's really digging this this vinyl craze. She's constantly coming up to me. It's really awesome, actually, to have somebody to support this. Usually in my past relationships, I never had anybody support it, but she's constantly coming up to me and goes, you know, she's like, hey, I found out a new record that you should get, or I thought about this album today, you know, I think you should try to find it on vinyl. So, you know, lucky me for having such a support there. Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman. Great copy. Usually those are beat to shit, but that's a really good copy. Cameo, Word Up. Love Cameo. Just so you know, really do love them. Best of the Beach Boys, Volume 2. Of course, it's a It's a Capital Starline release. Nothing fancy, but mint copy. Sounds okay. You know, it's one of those. It's not really true stereo. It's kind of the duophonic or whatever, but it's okay. Finally got this on vinyl. Love this. Mr. and Mrs. If you don't have this yet, it's not on the Sun record label, but you got to have it. They got together and recorded all this stuff. It's about Sun. It's about those days. I definitely recommend it. It's a great album. Carl Perkins, Roy Orbison, all of them really at their best in the later years. And last, that's everything that I got as far as my stuff. What I want to show you next is really the stuff I have for Memphis Vinyl Jim and the missus. Of course, I showed you Orion's Fresh on the gold vinyl. This is yours. Just I got your message earlier today. I got your phone number, so I'm going to text you my phone number and also my address. And if you text me your address, I'll get these in the mail to you. But here's the one I just got. It's still sealed. It's Jerry Lee Lewis Golden Rock and Roll. Contains 20 originals. It's Sun 1000. I don't know if you have this or not, but it's got a whole lot of twisting. Rock and Roll Ruby, Sick and Tired, When I Get Paid, The Return of Jerry Lee, Milkshake Mademoiselle, Pumpin' Piano Rock, Let the Good Times Roll, Livin', Lovin', Wreck, Feel So Good, High Powered Woman, Hello Hello Baby, My Bonnie, Ubangi Stomp, Hong Kong Blues, I've Been Twistin', Ooby Dooby, My Quadroon, Rockin' the Boat of Love, and The Lewis Boogie. It's from 1977 and it's Sun 1000. It's called Jerry Lee Lewis Golden Rock and Roll. Let me know if you want it. If you do, it's yours. That's pretty much it. That's all I have to show. I'm going to do a video later about some cassettes that I got. I bought a whole bunch of cassettes. I've got some more vinyl to show. I might be doing a video just on soundtracks because I got so many. And that's pretty much it. I love you guys. I hope to see the Mr. and Mrs. coming up soon. I'm going to New York in a couple of weeks, so I'm not going to have a weekend off for a while, but I'll get with you on that. We can do the particulars on when you're going to come to Nashville. But love you guys. Later, VC.